Hi, I'm Shoestring Jay and welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things thrifty, frugal and money saving. It is a scorcher today again. We've had 3 days of heat wave, a few days actually before that, interspersed with rainy days, so you really don't know what to wear, what to do, but luckily we had a nice day when we did our boot sale last weekend. So this video is just about the boot sale and what we did. So if you're regular viewers, you will know that I've been clearing out my mum's garage and I have been helping her to pack up a lot of her stuff and trying to encourage her to scale down and sell a lot of her knickknacks, because when my dad was alive, and when they were a bit younger, they used to sell antiques and collectibles at various antiques places around Essex and Suffolk. And this is probably where I got my interest from, really, for vintage stuff. And they did it before it got really trendy, really. They just loved the old stuff. And as a result, they had a cottage full of knickknacks and trinkets and little collectibles. None of them are of massive value. I think they've got a few Ladro type statues that are worth a little bit more, but mostly they're not hugely valuable. They're just pieces that they like, and they have filled this little cottage. My mum loves glass, and in particular glassware. Just every shelf in the sitting room full of interesting bits of coloured glass, vases, ornaments, that kind of thing. Mass load of paperweights she had. And you know, at the age of 89, it's really hard for her, because she not only has she lost her husband, she has been in this same house for 35 years, and she is being forced to move by the fact that the stairs are just treacherous, really. They're treacherous for anybody, but particularly for an 89-year-old with dodgy knees. So she is now on the waiting list for a knee replacement, actually. She didn't want to do it, but the doctors persuaded her that it's a good idea. It would really improve her quality of life. So no doubt she'll have to wait about 5 years. Let's hope she lives long enough for that. But anyway, I've been helping her to clear everything out. I've been trying to encourage her to get rid of a few bits. I have managed, really, she's let go of easily of all the garage stuff, because that was Dad's old tools and she has no use for that. So I pulled out some good bits from the garage to sell at a boot sale, some good bits to sell on eBay, and I have a neat little eBay account that's just hers. Some bits from inside the house, but it has been a struggle to persuade her to let go of things. So she's going to a small flat, 2-bedroom flat, and she's not going to have room for all of the things that she's kept, but just don't want to stress her out completely by forcing her to get rid of things she's not ready to. But at the same time, she literally can't have everything. And her spare room is going to be so full of boxes of things that she's going to realise when she gets there that she's got no space for and no use for. And then we'll have to do it all again, go through all the boxes, unpack what she can have. And then I'm thinking, take a job lot to the auction, see what happens. I'm not doing another boot sale anyway, so... But we pulled some things from the boot sale anyway, and I had the opportunity then to think about some things that I wanted to get rid of, and my daughter did the same, mainly clothing for both of us. So we decided we were going to do a boot sale. We were waiting for a nice day, because, as I said, the weather had been so up and down, and it's so dependent, isn't it? And we were also really not sure where to do it. There was Mum's favourite boot sale that she went to every week with Dad when he was alive, and they were both more able-bodied, and it used to be quite good. It was near Braintree in Essex. It used to be a good boot sale. It then went downhill quite a lot, because they did things like, you turn up and it would just be closed randomly for no reason, and I remember going behind some people who had a whole car full of stuff, who looked very, very cross when they got there and it was closed, and we'd just gone to buy, so we went somewhere else. But the nearest one on a Saturday, it was flipping miles away up at Clacton, so I would have been extremely cross. You could see why people just didn't give it another chance after that. So it had improved. It got taken over by new management. We went at the beginning of the year, and they had a big open day, and they were obviously getting people in. They'd given all of the stallholders free stalls for a month and free entry for punters, just to get it known, really. So I thought, this is good. It's going to be worth going to. So that's the one we chose, and we went to it and we had a nice day. So you would think that it would be hugely successful, because that's what you need, isn't it, when you're doing a boot sale. Anyway, I'll show you some of the kind of little bit of prep that I did beforehand, and then I'll come back to you and tell you how we got on. So me and Archie have just come back from a walk, and luckily I took my raincoat because it looked like rain. It's really fine, steady mist. It's the school holidays. School holidays have started. It's just so annoying, isn't it? But it means that already the hair has gone stupidly frizzy, and it has to get a little bit of moisture and it goes frizzy. Anyway, I'm trying to get on with a few jobs. Luckily they're all indoor jobs anyway. So last night I made a list of all of the items of clothing that have just sat on Vinted or my personal eBay account for the longest time, and some from my business account as well, and they just literally just sat there. And I thought, literally, I'm at this point of flogging a dead horse. Nobody wants these things. So, and I had them really cheap, especially on Vinted, super cheap. I thought, well, if I've got them this cheap and nobody wants them still, they're just kind of clogging things up, really. So I had a really good clear out, went out into the garage, pulled them all out of the boxes, and I'm going to take them to the boot sale on Saturday and see if I could just sell them for £1 or £2, because at this point I just want to get some money back. But so I've got this great big old Wilko bag, plus probably about half as much again, and I'm taking them out of their plastic containers, which I will use again. This was something, honestly, I swear I've had this for years. I used to find that I could sell prom dresses when I did a lot of clothing, and I did sell a lot of prom dresses come sort of April, May, and then it just seemed to go flat. I think girls at school just stopped wearing those kind of very obvious prom dresses and started just wearing the dresses they liked, which is actually what my youngest daughter did. This is a Pierce Fionda, and it's one of those kind of nice sort of party dress, strapless party dress. Quite nice. I have no idea where I got it from or what I paid for it because it's been so long. So that can go into, I've already got a couple of things in here. This was a man's jumper. I think I bought this for Justin actually, and he didn't really want it, so I stuck it on eBay thinking, oh, this will go. I actually quite like it. I don't know why Justin doesn't like it. It's a bit hippie for him, I think. So it's a nice man's jumper. Foster's, I don't think that's anything in particular. I think it had like quite a good sort of cotton content for this one. Yeah, I think it might have been 100% cotton. Oh no, it's cotton acrylic, but it's quite nice. And I thought it would go, but no. I don't have a lot of luck with men's clothing, but so that's going. And this top, I think I probably showed you this on a haul. I think again I bought this thinking I might have it, but it's a colour that just doesn't suit me. Too much mustard, it kind of blends in with my hair. So I stuck it on Vinted, and it got loads of likes straight away, and nobody wanted to actually buy it. So, but it's quite a nice top. It's got a belt to go with it as well. It's not in like the best condition. It was a bit frayed around the bottom. I did cut a lot of the fraying bits off. It's quite a nice top. I just don't know why it wouldn't go. Let's get the belt with it, because otherwise I'll lose it. Oh, Archie, when he's been in the rain, he comes back and digs up the sofa. Luckily, or rolls around the rug. Luckily, I have an old throw on the sofa because of this very thing. So that's the noise you can hear. Archie, wait. Yes, just look at me. Look at me. One moment. Just have to point out the error of his ways. Now he's looking at me in a strop. I've got coffee going. It's a really big mug, this, but I really felt like I needed a big coffee. I slept really badly last night. Honestly, I had the weirdest dream. Some of you will analyse this dream and tell me it's me being worried about something. I don't think you need to be a dream specialist to know that. I dreamt that me and Justin were in America. I think we were on holiday or something. And I lost him. He kept wandering off. And we did it a few times, just kept wandering off. And my phone got stolen and my purse got stolen. And I couldn't tell him where I was, and he'd wandered off. We were in some kind of big department store or outside Macy's or somewhere. And I couldn't tell him, and I could feel this worry, thinking, well, should I stand here and wait? Maybe he'll come back and find me. Or Do I put a call out for him? Is he even still in the store? Do I go to the police? What am I going to do? I'm lost. And it was kind of building, where I was literally just then somewhere else on a street and I didn't know where he was. And I was thinking I shouldn't have walked away and I don't know how to get hold of him. I don't know what to do. I'm in a foreign country and I've got no money. It was one of those dreams. And I woke up must have been about 4:30 and then couldn't get back to sleep again. So I just kind of sat for a bit, watched a couple of YouTube things, and then I did go back to sleep again eventually. And by the time I woke up, it was about 8 o'clock. And I felt, out of sorts. It was really strange. I told him off when I woke up and said, look, don't leave me in the night. Just don't leave me. This is just a Primani long shirt of my daughter's. I thought that might go on vintage, but no. This is a dress I bought a zillion years ago. It's a Peruna one. It's very much of its time. I think it's just really old-fashioned now. God knows how it's probably come back into fashion if I hang on to it. It's almost like a 90s style dress, but it's not. It's a smart Peruna dress. It's got this kind of sequined shoulder pads, and it's just a pencil dress. I mean, it's quite nice if you like that sort of thing. I personally would never wear anything like that. I know people would. But I think it is a bit old-fashioned. This is another one of Becky's old outfits. It was just a cheapy one from when she was a size 6. Can you imagine being a size 6? She was a bit thin when she was a size 6, to be fair. She's much better now. It's a size 10 to 12, and it's just a nasty gal, lounge suit, top and trousers. Again, I thought that might go on vintage, but no chance. It's a really kind of reverse haul, this, isn't it? Sometimes I show you all the things I bought. Now I'm showing you all the things I was going to flog at the boot sale. I'm showing you my mistake purchases or things that were just ours, really. This is another M&S one. Again, I think I paid about £5 for this and thought it would go because it's a really classic dress, M&S, and it's a layered, really flattering. I wonder if I should try that. I'll try that because I don't go to work now. See, when I went to work, I would have worn that. It's a really comfortable dress, just a jersey layered, very flattering dress. I might just try that on in case I need something smart ever in my life. I don't know when I will. This is a Coast little, I might keep this together in the bag actually, but it's because I don't want to lose the two pieces. But it's a size 12, quite small. It's like a bustier and a pencil skirt, and again, I can't remember where I got it from. I think I didn't pay that much. I think I got it from a boot sale. But things like this, when I first started selling as a kind of side hustle, Coast and Monsoon and those kind of brands really sold, and now they just don't at all. Nobody wants them. Even really quite nice things. They still cost a lot new, but this again, I've been trying to sell this for ages. This, I would have kept this if I could fit in it, and I think I got it from a boot sale. I think I paid about £3 for it. And it's a mint velvet. Again, mint velvet used to be really, really difficult, really easy to sell, and they're really expensive. And I think it's a really nice summer top. It's just a layered summer top. Just have not been able to sell that anywhere. It's rather screwed up. But, surely someone will give me £1 or £2 for that at the boot sale now that we're in summer, even though it's raining again today. We have had some summer at least, haven't we? So anyway, I won't show you everything in here because honestly, probably quite boring. But I'm going to do that. That's one job for today. Then I'm going to clean the bathroom. I did all the cleaning at the weekend, but I didn't get around to cleaning the upstairs bathroom for some reason, so I'm going to do that. I've got, what other jobs have I got to do? I've got to edit this video, and I've got to edit another video that I did as well with my boot sale haul the other day. I really want to drink this coffee and it's just too hot to drink. What else have I got to do? I was going to do some weeding, but I'm not going to do that today. It's too wet. I've got to write an article for Mouthy Money. That's what I've got to do, my second contribution for the month to the Mouthy Money website. So go and check those out. Check out Mouthy Money and you'll find, do a search for Shoestring Jane. You'll find lots of articles that I've written on there. But then again, this was quite nice. It's brand new with tags, but it's tiny. It's a tiny size. And a Glover, and it's part of the H&M Conscious range, but it is really, it's more for like a teenager, I think, than anyone else. But again, I thought it would go. Has not gone, but maybe I could get £2 or £3 for that at the boot sale. So I'll continue to do that, and I'll come back to you if I do anything else interesting. packed up and ready to do a boot sale tomorrow. Car's absolutely rammed, as you can see, and there's a few bits I'm not taking and I've just put out for free on the local Facebook group. So wish us luck. Try and sell as much of this as we can. Got somewhere to drive. Pretty rammed at the back. I could probably get a couple more bags in there. So it's quite a small boot sale, as you can see. That's it. We could do with a few more buyers, to be honest. As you can see, I didn't record very much at the boot sale because I was busy being the seller. So we got there and I realised my clothing rail had left a crucial part of my clothing rail in my garage. So that was really annoying because it meant we had to try and display clothing on. Luckily I had a big kind of bedspread thing and I'd stretched that out and we put it all over there. But you don't sell clothing if people can't see it properly on rails. And we hung some of the nicer bits off the back of my car boot. I was really annoyed with myself for doing that. And we got everything set up. Mum kept leaning on the trestle table, which was full of china, so that was a bit precarious because we were saying, don't lean on it, because she has to lean on everything now. She just struggles to get about. She had her little walker, but you know, she was sitting down and needed help getting up and down and walking around. So there were some good stalls there, but there weren't many, and which still wouldn't have mattered. But the crucial thing was that there were hardly any customers. So hardly any customers. A lot of the customers we had were other stallholders. So we did sell some bits. We sold quite a lot, but we were selling it really cheaply, but we didn't make masses of money. But that wasn't really our major aim. We just wanted to get rid of stuff and make a little bit of money if we could. So I think between the three of us, we took about 50 quid. When you consider, you know I wasn't doing all of the prep just for the boot sale because I was obviously doing it to help Mum to move, but some of the prep I did was just for the boot sale. And when you consider that, and that you have to get there and you set up and it's hard work and all the work involved of just getting everything out of the car and into the car in the first place and then packing it all up again at the end, it's not really very much. I mean, if I'd done it by myself, and that's one of the boot sales I could have done by myself. Normally I would never attempt a busy boot sale by myself because people jump on you, don't they? And we did have a whole load of dealers when we first got there who bought quite a few bits and pieces of china, bearing in mind I'd taken the best bits of the china and glass out to sell on eBay. So I'm sure they bought a few bits, but it wasn't the best bits. And then after that, it was just really quiet. And we got to about 11 o'clock, 11:30, and people were packing up. So we did the same. And there was a lady behind us. Mum recognised her and her husband from when Dad and she used to go to the boot sale a lot. And they seem to be regular. They're obviously retirees, but they use it as a side hustle or perhaps just a way to get out and it's social, but they're regular boot sailors. And so we just said, do you want any of our stuff? It's literally going to go to the charity shop. If you can help yourself really, and if you can make some money on it, good for you. So she was really delighted and came over and said that her son was about to start doing boot sales, so she'd take a lot of the clothing for him, which was really good because it meant that we didn't have to cram it all back in the car. So she took quite a lot of stuff, and then we knew that there was a big charity warehouse just down the road, not far. So everything else we rammed into my car and took straight down there and got rid of the lot. So they were really pleased. So we came home with just some rubbish. So there was obviously some rubbishy bits that we didn't give to the charity shop. They wouldn't have wanted it, wouldn't have been able to sell it. But very little, maybe one bag. So I'll put that in Mum's rubbish when we got home. Would I bother doing a boot sale again? Every time I do one, I say no, because it's the same as I just said. You do a lot, it's a lot of work and you don't really make much money. And bear in mind as well that it costs £10 to have a stall there. I don't think that boot sale is going to keep going. I'd be very surprised if it carries on next year, because they either have to do a massive publicity drive to actually make people realise that it's there, or I don't know what else they could do. Because I mean, there was a hugely successful boot sale just up the road near to me, and it closed down. The land got sold for development, so it was ripe really for that to be converted maybe to a Sunday boot sale, or do Saturday and Sunday, as some of the others in Clacton have done. but they didn't, and they just don't publicise it enough. It seems to have a notice from the road, but not much else. And there is another boot sale that hasn't been going long, that's not too far from that, on a Sunday, which I really like because it tends to be full of vintage stuff. We could have gone to that one, but I couldn't do the Sunday this week, and the weather didn't look as good for the Sunday either. So we didn't do that one, but you'd think that one has got signs everywhere, and it's in all the local newsletters. Everybody knows it's there, so it's really taken off. And I think that's the crucial bit that people need to realise. People who run any events need to realise you've got to publicise them. You've got to have a Facebook page for them. You've got to really update it regularly. You've got to get people involved, and I don't think that that's really happening for this one, which is a real shame. So I wouldn't bother doing a stall again at that one for sure, and I probably wouldn't bother doing a stall again anywhere. I much prefer the buying to the selling when it comes to boot sales anyway. So no, if that will be the last one I do. Mum did say, we can do another one when I get to my new flat. And I was like, well, you can do it with someone else because I'm not doing any more. I think that's enough. That's why I said, we'll box it up, take it all to the auction house, but you won't get much money for it. But you probably get as much money as you would at a boot sale, to be honest. It'll be a lot less hassle and a lot less work. So I think it can be worth selling at boot sales. I think if you've got a really big, busy boot sale near to you, and if you charge, you've got to charge, like, you don't want to charge too much because it's a boot sale and people want a bargain, but you want to just have a think. Don't be one of those people that says, well, I'm charging 30 quid for this because it's £40 on eBay. Well, if you're not going to get 30 quid for something at a boot sale, if you want to sell it for 40 quid on eBay, do that. But if you've got household stuff, just sell it cheaply, £2 or £3. And then if you've got a lot of it, it does add up. But I would definitely say this was a mistake one to go where we went. It was too quiet. So make sure you get a good busy one, get there really early, have a float, have a clothing rail if you're selling clothes. You really don't sell clothes when they're displayed on the floor. That was one of our big mistakes. And take food, take drink, take sun hats, take raincoats, take sun cream. You have to be prepared for every eventuality when you're in the UK. Anyway, so that was my little sorry boot sale tale. If you've had any more luck at boot sales, let me know in the comments below, or if you found it also quite difficult. You would think when people are not really buying much anywhere else that boot sales might have really taken off because that's where people can get their bargains. But round here they seem to be not doing as well as they used to, which is odd really in the cost of living crisis. But I'd really be interested in your thoughts on this. Are boot sales still worth doing? Do you do them? Are you successful at them? Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give me the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. I'm trying to creep up to 10,000, so if you can support me in that would be fantastic. I will see you next time in the next video. Bye for now.